was my first semester in college. I was taking my first ever anatomy class. I had just gotten the results of my very first anatomy test, and I had failed at 30%. And I thought there was absolutely no way that I could pass this class. With a failed test, it was my first failed test, I thought there's absolutely no way. So I gave up hope and I stopped going to class. I created a self-fulfilling prophecy. I did fail that semester, not because I wasn't good enough, but because I gave up hope and stopped going. I created my own failure. The message created by Harvey Milk in his speech, the Hope Speech, is the idea that in order to overcome challenges and to overcome these perceived failures, we need hope. Without hope, there is no motivation. I hope to adapt Harvey's speech and talk about how, as a community, we need to give each other hope, and how through hope we can lead one another. Harvey Milk was a LGBT activist and openly gay man who ran for the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in 1977. He gave a speech labeled the Hope Speech on June 25th, 1978 to a group of gathered LGBT activists on Gay Pride Day in San Francisco. He was the first openly gay man elected to any position in the United States, and it was very motivational to the LGBT community. He was unfortunately assassinated only 4 months after giving his speech about hope. Despite the loss of Harvey in the LGBT community, the message of hope and the motivation that his life showed to the rest of the community still rings true today. As the name The Hope Speech suggests, Harvey Milk was a firm believer in the power of hope. He believed that we all have something to overcome. It might be large, it might be small, but we all have things that we are trying to achieve and trying to overcome. He said that life is a series of challenges. Without hope, there is no motivation. So, what do we do when we've lost hope? How do we achieve hope when we've lost it? According to Harvey, we need to come together as a community. We all have a responsibility to one another as human beings to support one another. And Harvey very much passionately believed that as a community, it is our responsibility, if we see someone else losing hope, losing motivation, to go up to that person and say, "I'm proud of you." He says multiple times throughout his speech to the community that he's speaking to, "I'm proud of you." And he really drives home the point that another person telling you that you're doing well or that you are being successful can really help you turn that tide of dismotivation or loss of hope. Some people, though, may not be a part of a community. Some people may be ostracized, some people may self-isolate. There are many reasons why a person may feel that they don't have a community, a support system, someone to buoy them up when they're losing hope. Harvey advocates that you can still find your own community even if you feel isolated. You can create your own community of people that inspire you to create hope. That can be people from history, it can be people in your own life that you see that inspire you, it can be leaders in your community. There are many people that may not directly know you or interact with you, but you can find inspiration in their overcoming of challenges. The idea that someone overcoming what appears to be impossible inspires other is a very central idea to both Harvey's speech and to his life that he demonstrated personally. His achievement as the first openly gay man elected to a position within government was central to a huge push by the LGBT community towards being a part of government in the next round of elections. He talked strongly about what's possible and overcoming the impossible and showing that once one person achieves what appears to be impossible, everyone else realizes the impossible is possible. He said, "If you help elect to the Central Committee and other offices more gay people, that gives a green light to all who feel disenfranchised, a green light to move forward. It means hope to a nation that has given up, because if a gay person makes it, the doors are open to everyone." Harvey Milk not only spoke about leading with hope, but he demonstrated it in his own personal life. He was a powerful leader in the LGBT community and shows to everyone, regardless of how you view the world, that you can achieve the impossible. Through leading the community through hope and through coming together as a community through hope, I hope that we each can follow Harvey's example and use our hope as motivation to achieve the impossible. And to conclude, I would like to let Harvey tell you his message in his own words.
But there's hope for a better world. There's hope for a better tomorrow. Without hope, you'll only gaze at those blacks, and the Asians, and the disabled, and the seniors, the us's. The us's. Without hope, the us's give up. I know that you cannot live on hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. And you, and you, and you, you've got to give them hope. Thank you very much.